Word number 9 by Bediüzzaman Said Nursi. Brother, you ask me concerning the wisdom in the specified times of the 5 daily prayers. I shall point out only one of the many instances of wisdom in the times. Yes, like each of the times of prayer marks the start of an important revolution, so also is each a mirror to divine disposal of power and to the universal divine bounties within that disposal. Thus, more glorification and extolling of the all-powerful One of the glory have been ordered at those times, and more praise and thanks for all the innumerable bounties accumulated between each of the times, which is the meaning of the prescribed prayers. In order to understand a little this subtle and profound meaning, you should listen together with my own soul to the following 5 points. First point. The meaning of the prayers is the offering of glorification, praise, and thanks to Almighty God. That is to say, uttering glory be to God, by word and action before God's glory and sublimity. It is to hallow and worship Him, and declaring God is most great, through word and act before His sheer perfection. It is to exalt and magnify Him, in saying, all praise be to God with the heart, tongue, and body. It is to offer thanks before His utter beauty. That is to say, glorification, exaltation, and praise are like the seeds of the prayers. That is why these 3 things are present in every part of the prayers, and all the actions and words. It is also why these blessed words are each repeated 30 times after the prayers, in order to strengthen and reiterate the prayer's meaning. The meaning of the prayers is confirmed through these concise summaries. Second point. The meaning of worship is this, that the servant sees his own faults, impotence, and poverty, and in the divine court prostrates in love and wonderment before dominant perfection, divine mercy, and the power of the eternally besought one. That is to say, just as the sovereignty of dominance demands worship and obedience, so also does the holiness and dominance require that the servant sees his fault through seeking forgiveness and through his glorifications and declaring glory be to God, proclaims that his sustainer is pure and free of all defects, and exalted above and far from the false ideas of the people of misguidance, and hallowed and exempt from all the faults in the universe. Also, the perfect power of dominance requires that through understanding his own weakness and the impotence of other creatures, the servant proclaims, God is most great, in admiration and wonder before the majesty of the works of the eternally besought one's power, and bowing in deep humility seeks refuge in Him and places his trust in Him. Also, the infinite treasury of dominanciality's mercy requires that the servant makes known his own need and the needs and poverty of all creatures through the tongue of entreaty and supplication, and proclaims his sustainer's bounties and gifts through thanks and laudation, and uttering all praise to be God. That is to say, the words and actions of the prayers comprise these meanings and have been laid down from the side of divinity. Third point. Just as man is an example in miniature of the greater world, and Sura al Fatiha a shining sample of the Quran of mighty stature, so are the prescribed prayers a comprehensive, luminous index of all varieties of worship, and a sacred map pointing to all the shades of worship of all the classes of creatures.